about time they sent me someone who looks like they can actually fight. They tell you what we're up against?
I mean, we did ask a fair bit, but, let's see if you can give us a few more details, I suppose.
The recruiter was a little vague.
We wouldn't get many hires if everyone knew the truth. Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way in is over a very exposed bridge. It's a killing ground, but he's getting tired, making mistakes. We'll have him soon enough.
Okay. Now that we're here, you will. I mean, I suppose that sounds good. I mean, bear in mind. So, remember, we're pretending to be working with these guys to try to take down Archangel, but in truth, we actually want to, save him and recruit him. So, don't get too carried away with this whole, oh yeah, death to Archangel stuff. No, that's the opposite of what we're actually trying to do. Just don't tell them that just yet.
You guys have a plan?
A small team is waiting to infiltrate his hideout, but we need to draw Archangel's fire so they can move in.
And that's where we come in?
Exactly. You'll be on a distraction team. Head straight over the bridge and keep Archangel busy so the infiltration team can sneak in behind him.
That's goddamn suicide.
Pretty much, but you look like you can handle it. Head up to the boulevard and get to the third barricade. Talk to Sergeant Katka. He'll tell you when to go in.
Okay. We'll see if we can learn any more about this other thing. Another reason why it is worth bringing Zaid along with you. He does, I believe, have some unique dialogue in this mission, so, for that reason, also, perhaps a little more meaningful to bring him along with you. As we've, of course, learned from his loyalty mission, he has a bit of a history with the Blue Suns, you could say. So, okay, this bridge you were talking about, where apparently it's just this super exposed place that is a death bridge, I believe is the way that you phrased it, so that's what we're walking across, huh?
So the bridge is the only way to his hideout?
Exactly. Archangel collapsed all the underground passageways and sealed the doors to the lower levels. We've got teams digging, but it's taking too long. If they can get the gunship flying again, that'll help. But I'm hoping the infiltration team will finish the job and we can all go home.
Gunship? We, of course, did fight a gunship recently on Kasumi's mission.
They were using a gunship to take out one guy?
Does seem like overkill.
And Archangel shut it down. He didn't destroy it, but he knew just where to hit it to disable it.
Well
It wasn't
done,
even
Archangel.
a fair fight. At least not for us.
Wow. One dude, stronger than a gunship. Well done indeed. Okay, then the infiltration team. So you were saying we're basically the decoys, we're the distraction, and then the infiltration team is the team that's actually going up to try to take Archangel out?
Where's the infiltration team now?
On the far side of the bridge near his hideout, but they can't get any closer without being seen.
Okay. But wait, so they were able to get across the bridge?
How'd they get that close without being seen?
More distractions. Tarek used a gunship to keep Archangel busy. We were able to sneak a few men into his hideout before he took it down, but they're stuck there. We need to keep Archangel focused on the bridge so he doesn't find them and wipe them out.
Oh, that sounds problematic if we're trying to keep Archangel alive. So what about Archangel himself?
What do you know about Archangel?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just do logistics. Tarek and the other merc bosses have been dealing with him for a while now. But don't be surprised if they're not thrilled about talking to a freelancer.
Alright, I suppose, well, with us being random people off the street, might not be terribly keen on filling us in on all the juicy details. But anyways, seems like that's everything we can chat with this guy about.
I better go find Sergeant Katka.
Good idea. Watch yourself on the boulevard. Archangel's killed dozens out there already.
Thanks.
In's gonna be easy. Out's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, if we can sneak in with these, or pretend that we're tagging along with these guys, then that may not be the hardest thing to get up there, but then if we have to help Archangel out and fight all these enemies off, then that's probably the tricky part.
Let's find him first. Then we'll figure out how to get back.
Okay, so we're looking to go to Sergeant Kafka, who is at the third barricade. But before doing so, actually, okay, I was interested to see if we did have a map here, because we are kind of, sort of, technically still on Omega, but we're in a separate area, removed from the other places that we were at previously, so I suppose it's somewhat understandable in that case that we do not actually have a map in this case. Let's see. Curiosity. District. This does not say anything up here. Well, this looks like it is basically just a dead end. Don't think we can do anything up here. Nope. Don't think we can do anything up here either. They even blocked it off. How dare they? How dare they? Yeah, so I think in that case we're looking to go in this direction. Which out these Blue Suns dudes? Does not appear so.
Shepard, I've scanned the area, but I am unable to plot any other paths to Archangel.
Guess we're going with the mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower. Weakening them before leaving will improve your chances.
Okay. Noted, Edie. Noted. Assuming that we, in fact, if we are going to be tagging along with Archangel, we'll eventually need to fight these... What was that? Fight these guys down. Take these guys down. Then, yeah, finding any way possible to weaken them would be great. That may be the dude. That may be the tower. And he's shooting at people. So, okay. Let's take his shots. That might have been the sound we were hearing. So I suppose they've set up these barricades here. They're trying to get close to him if they can. Yep. Hearing more gunfire. Let's see what we have
As the first
here.
wave goes in, the infiltration team will attempt to take Archangel by surprise.
Okay.
I don't expect much from the freelancers. When they fail, we're up next.
Okay.
The light mechs go in first. If that's not enough, we send in the heavy. Be prepared.
Okay. So freelancers first. That's the group that we're theoretically going in with. Based on the armor here, I think this is the, and I suppose the image on their chest plates there. This is Eclipse. So it sounds like it's, the order is freelancers attack first, followed by Eclipse afterward. What do we have with this? Message to Tarek. Tarek, I've spoken to Garm, and he and his men are on board. Assuming this operation is successful, we can count on high morale and extensive buy-in from the men. From the losses we've already taken, possibility exists that we won't have the men needed to continue on to the next objective. It's clear, though, that none of our organizations would be ready to move on Aria without the assistance of the other two. Jareth. Oh, that's interesting. That's a juicy little detail. You trying to suggest here, Jareth, that the plan is first to take out this Archangel guy, and then assuming you have enough people remaining, follow up by taking on Aria, with all three of the groups teaming up? That's an interesting idea. And we can deliver that to Aria. Oh, hold on, that's interesting. So, a datapad has been recovered while attempting to recruit Archangel. It contains information that Aria Taloka, ruler of Omega, will want to see. I mean, on one hand, she probably won't want to hear that that is something that they've been scheming about, but on the other hand, probably something that is best for her to know. So we should deliver that to Aria, okay? Understood. Good thing we picked it up in that case. Anything else over here? It doesn't look like it. Chat with
Need
Jared.
something?
Who are you?
You lead the Eclipse?
You figure that out by yourself? I'm Jareth. I run Omega's Eclipse. What do you need, freelancer?
Yeah, notably he says I run Omega's Eclipse, so not necessarily sure that means he runs the entire Eclipse organization as a whole, because as we've certainly seen, Eclipse also has a presence on other, in some cases, very distant areas, but at least here, specifically on Omega, he is the leader of Eclipse. So, okay. Can we learn more about the plan of attack? I mean, remember the guy we were talking to earlier, the Batarian who took us to this area, was saying now, you know, these guys might not be terribly keen on spilling the beans, giving all this information to a random freelancer, but we can try.
So the infiltration team is the main focus of the attack?
Tarek's plan, not mine. He doesn't want to lose any more men, so he's throwing you freelancers at the problem. Archangel's not going anywhere, so I suppose there's no harm in trying. Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky.
Cowards. Throwing the freelancers in to do the dirty work for you? Nah, I mean, okay. Okay, what about the role Eclipse is going to play in this attack?
Why are Eclipse on Omega in the first place?
Since you care so much, Eclipse controls almost 20% of Omega. Our transports and mechs keep the EZO moving.
Sounds very organized.
Eclipse runs like a well-oiled machine, but Omega is anything but organized. It's a constant battle for control. Then Archangel comes along and complicates things even more.
Why does Archangel give you so much trouble?
Ask him. I'm just here to make as much money as I can. We didn't come to Omega to be constrained by laws and regulations. He'll regret ever coming to Omega, I promise you.
Huh. Okay, so, got a few little interesting details there. Notably, Eclipse was saying that their emphasis is on, as we've seen previously, or well, they were saying their emphasis is on mechs, which, we've seen a lot of mechs with really all three of the groups, maybe not so much with the Blood Pack, but definitely with, Blue Suns on the recruitment mission for Jack, and, Eclipse, on Kasumi's loyalty mission, we certainly saw a fair bit of mechs mixed in as well. So, technically speaking, I think kinda sorta it's supposed to be the Eclipse specialty to a certain extent, but of course the Amber mechs, the big ones, are mini-bosses that we tend to see in a lot of other side quests, regardless of which of the main, organizations we're going against. But, other than that, their specialty is more the biotic side of things and barriers, so, they do seem pretty upset, though, about Archangel disrupting their operations here.
Seems like this is personal for you.
He raided one of my transports last month, killed 2 of my best operatives. One of them was my brother, so yes, it's pretty damn personal.
Oh. Yeah, it is. Speaking of Archangel, what else do you know about this guy?
What do you know about Archangel?
His life expectancy is shortening quickly.
Oh.
Is that it? Nobody seems to know anything about him.
Look around, you'll learn what you need to know. He's smart, he's resourceful, and he's dangerous. But we've got him cornered. He won't be making fools of us much longer. Can I assist you further?
Can we get more details? Oh, man. This guy is obviously getting pretty suspicious of us here. The amount of details we're pressing for, but let's see.
Where did he come from? Who is he?
Even his team didn't know that. Maybe we'll know more once we have his body. Of course, it really won't matter then.
Yeah, and so we also heard that once upon a time, this Archangel guy had a team with him, fighting alongside him, but apparently all these mercs have taken that team out, and it's just Archangel at this point. But anyways, that's everything we can chat with you about, it seems.
Good idea.
Let's see. Get some more info about Eclipse as well from the Codex. That's interesting. As I was saying, we of course have already encountered Eclipse on several occasions previously, although they are perhaps still the group that we've seen the least of, or at least we haven't really gotten what felt like the official introduction we got to the other groups in the way that we did with the Blood Pack in Morden's recruitment mission and the Blue Suns in Jack's recruitment mission. So in that sense, still feels like there's a little bit more that we could perhaps learn about them. But hold on here. Remember that Edie was saying perhaps there might be some ways that we could be able to sabotage their setup a little bit, and let's just say bypassing the friend or foe ID of the heavy mech diagnostic system, or station. Sounds like that might be a good way to do that. Let's save here, because this sounds like an instance of if this does prevent us from doing this again if we fail, we'd like for this to work. So let's see. Got you. This is the easy kind, though. I'm sure is just set up for me to absolutely fail miserably at this, but there we go. Targeting parameters reconfigured.
That should slow him down.
Perfect. It'll be hostile if they activate it.
Exactly. So that sounds great. Then we also have this EZO smuggling accounts we can hack. I mean, there was some EZO here, but what's the deal here? Okay, so this is the one that I'm bad at. Is it that? No, it's this. Then we gotta run. No! Okay, accidentally hit that. I perhaps overreacted a little bit too much to trying to get out of the way of that one. Where is the one that we're looking for here? The other thing is it sometimes just feels like it takes forever to get to the one that you actually need. We're running out of time here, but that's what we need. Oh, we need to get another one, though, because I messed one up. Oh, okay, so we're getting less credits here, and now I'm getting distracted. So this was a credits one. That's actually the first time we've seen that happen to us, I think. Is that if you start running out of time on those, it doesn't immediately just have you fail. What happens is the number of credits you get in return goes down. So I didn't catch what the maximum number would have been if we had succeeded immediately at that. But we ended up getting 3,000. I mean, I'm actually kind of curious. I kind of feel like, what if we reload this? I'm actually kind of curious to see. Of course, we did save right before this. Like, I think it's pretty fast, the rate at which it goes down. But out of curiosity, I feel like we might as well double check. And like this one's pretty darn easy. So again, that's just asking for a fail here. But you. This one's fine. As I was saying, I think for whatever reason, I find that one way more straightforward to do.
Perfect. It'll be hostile if they activate it.
This one is the kind that I'm bad at. Nope, I want it. Now okay, it already messed that one up. I was trying to go up to the top one because that was what we needed, but then it said nope. You were too slow. This is what I want. And so it's 4,000. So we actually didn't get too much of a penalty from it, as it turns out. That's this. Then it's now, are we losing the credits? Not quite. It's looks like these ones. It's this one. There we go. Yeah, so we got like a what? 288 credit penalty, and we would have definitely got it if I was quick enough on that one where I tried to bump up to get the one we needed there. But I mean, we won't stick around and try to get it perfectly there. I mean, that's small enough difference that shouldn't be a huge deal, and you know, that's the kind of difference where if you do something like pick up some additional metagels when your metagel is full, or pick up heavy weapon ammo when your heavy weapon ammo is full, then you know, we can make up that difference anyway, so it shouldn't be a huge problem. We can find a way to make that happen. Okay, let's see. Oh. Hello. Well, here's Garm, who is apparently the leader of the Blood Pack. Before we chat with you, let's just see if there's anything else over here. You got a lot of Borsha, which is perhaps to be expected. That is definitely what we've seen in the past when we fought the Blood Pack. But, I mean, it doesn't really look like there's much in here, sadly. We got some interesting things when we were at the Eclipse guy's spot. This guy's just very displeased with us. Actually kind of curious how long he will try to continue to trash talk us. Anything else? Alright, now I think he's done. Let's talk to Garm.
Place, freelancer.
Who are you? Nice to meet you.
You the Blood Pack leader?
Name's Garm. That's all you need to know. I'm stuck here waiting till you freelancers are done playing war. Ask your questions and go.
Alright, let's hear from your perspective. What is the plan of attack?
When did the Blood Pack attack?
Damn Tarek wants us to wait. I hate waiting. But he says the Suns have a plan, and they don't want us getting in their way. We're supposed to wait until the Eclipse send their mechs. We'll see.
Okay, so from what we've heard, order of operations is random freelancers, followed by Eclipse and mechs. Then after that, Blood Pack. Okay, so what else can you tell us about the Blood Pack?
Why are the Blood Pack on Omega?
We're the muscle on this bloody station. You need protection or want someone removed, talk to us. The Blood Pack are everywhere on Omega. Everybody loves us, and everybody hates us.
Especially Archangel, it sounds like.
I'm guessing Archangel mostly just hates you.
He's just an uptight asshole. I don't really care what he thinks. But he's costing me men and making me work for my money. I'll be the one to take him out today. You watch. I'm the only one who's fought him one-on-one.
Oh! So you fought him before and fought him in a more... I mean, not just a simple firefight from a distance. Well, I suppose one-on-one could be from a distance, but I guess I'm just imagining like a close combat situation. But they challenged him to a duel. Okay, but yeah, with that being said, what else do you know about Archangel? Because perhaps you may know a little bit more than the other guys.
What do you know about Archangel?
He's a pain in the ass. He's a Turian, which makes him
Okay.
slightly worse to look at than you. And he's brave, till he realizes you're more than he bargained for.
What do you mean?
Sounds like you've had personal experience.
He tried to take me down once, waited till I was alone. Longest damn fight of my life, but I held him off till my men showed up. He wasn't so tough after that. We chased him over half of Omega. Almost had him. But the slippery bastard snuck away before we could pin him down.
Okay, so you do certainly have at least a little bit of the history with him. That seems like everything there from you, though.
I should get going.
About time.
Yeah, and I do like how it seems like we're getting updates on each of the mercenary groups every time we speak to one of their leaders. Let's see. Anything... Oh, is this the... That's the door that we came through? Is it? Is it? Yeah. Oh, well, this is where the mechs were. Oh, we've been here. Okay. So, a lot of doors. Yeah, that's where the blood pack, setting up shop. Oh! Hello. So, this looks like it is the, one of the furthest, most advanced of the, these places where they've set up those barricades. Hello. That's him over there. It seems. You can sort of see him. Top of that tower. Trying to shoot at him, although I'm not sure they're actually hitting him from this range. Let's see. We have more stuff we can hack, and this is the other one that I'm bad at, so, uh-oh. Okay, at least the first one was quick. This next one is right here, fortunately, and this next one looks like it's right here. That one was comparatively much easier. Just kind of lucked out that time, but that's the one where I was saying earlier, we saw something on Omega where we could increase the amount of time we have to do those hacks, and since I'm definitely worse at those than the other type, that's maybe not the worst idea, maybe it would pay off in time. Okay, so let's see, we can hack that. Watch it? Nah, we're fine. What are you talking about? You don't need to watch out. Look, we'll stand right here. We'll stand right here. We'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Right? See? No big deal.
I'm looking for Sergeant Kafka.
You and me both, pal. He's over there working on the gunship. We go over the bridge when he gives the word. Go talk to him if you want, but I'm in no hurry.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Good luck.
Sure. What's up? Hey, Archangel. Oh, good. Kind of see him. Got a decent look at him there. Right? Got blue armor. Supposedly, probably some kind of sniper there. Looks like a fairly large weapon. They're trying to shoot at him, but they seem to be wildly inaccurate, so don't seem to be doing much of any damage here. Kafka's assistant. What's that? Kafka himself? That looks like the gunship in question. Hold on. Let's save here. Trooper.
What do you want, freelancer?
Yeah, stop calling me that. Do have a medical station. I suppose we take it here. Oh, we actually needed it. I don't remember when the last time we used it was, but there's Tarek. I think we're technically supposed to talk to Kafka to progress the mission. Yeah, talk to Sergeant Kafka at the third barricade. So we saw his assistant.
Want excuses? Tell Kafka to get that gunship working, or he'll be next over that bridge. And somebody get me those damn blueprints! Now!
Or maybe that was Kafka is the assistant, rather than the assistant to Kafka. He's the assistant to the regional manager, you see? Either way, my point is, I think we can chat with Tarek here and not need to worry about missing out on other stuff. So let's chat a bit, because I believe we've heard you are the leader of the Blue Suns here.
Get this freelancer out of here. I don't have time for this shit.
Calm down, buddy.
I just have a few questions about the operation.
Genta, get this scum out of my face.
Tarek, what's eating your ass?
Zaid.
Yeah, so remember when I said there's perhaps a little more reason to bring Zaid on this mission, because he does have some unique dialogue. Remember, of course, Zaid did co-found the Blue Sun, so, you know, he probably knows a few people who are part of the organization.
I take it you two are acquainted?
We've crossed paths a few times. Since when do you work for so little?
Since when are you a goddamn madman?
It's Archangel. This guy's gonna kill me. Almost did already.
That bad, huh?
Worse. Look, Saeed, I gotta deal with this shit. Jinta, talk to these guys. Answer whatever questions they have. Good to see you. And who knows, maybe you'll solve my problem for me.
Anything's possible.
Good thing you know him. Tarek hates having to hire freelancers. He doesn't trust anyone outside the Blue Suns.
You don't say.
What can I do for you?
Okay, what can we investigate in that case? Let's learn about the plan of attack from your perspective. It does seem like, as we heard previously, technically the Blue Suns are in charge of this operation, although the other guys would never admit it.
What's Tarek gonna do if the infiltration team fails?
To start, he'll shoot any freelancers that are still alive. After that, he'll let Eclipse and the Blood Pack take their shots. I suggested we work together, but he doesn't trust the other groups.
Okay, so he just waits for everyone else to finish their stuff?
What if Archangel survives all the attacks? Then you sons are on your own.
That's why Tarek wants that gunship fixed so badly. But it won't come to that. Archangel's good, but he can't hold out that long. He's already been in there over a day.
Okay, I mean, I suppose that is the benefit to having an entire army sieging one person. Guys gotta sleep and eat and drink and do whatever at some point, right? Whereas, you know, whenever you guys need to stop to take a lunch break, just have someone take the next shift instead. So it sounds like, to again talk about the order of operations, it's basically the order in which we run into people here. Freelancers first, then Eclipse, including Nex, then, including the one that we sabotaged, then Blood Pack, then finally the Blue Suns. So can you tell us anything else about the Blue Suns?
What do the Blue Suns do on Omega?
We supply goods to a lot of the groups and factions here.
Goods?
Weapons, mechs, machinery, you name it, we can get it. We also broker deals between factions. You wouldn't know it to look at him now, but Tarek can be quite a negotiator.
How did Archangel get the Blue Suns so mad at him?
He harasses and hounds us constantly. We worry that every job is a trap now. Does he know where this meeting is? Will this shipment suddenly disappear? How many men will we lose this time? Tarek's had enough. I don't blame him.
Okay. Interesting. Well, what else can you tell us about Archangel specifically?
What do you know about Archangel?
He's a Turian vigilante who thinks killing mercs is a fun way to pass the time. Other than that, he's a mystery. He shows up, usually at the worst possible time, and screws with our work.
Okay.
He can't die soon enough, if you ask me.
So he's doing a good job. I mean, what was it? The Blood Pack guy certainly had it. Actually, both of the previous rulers, or leaders, had a somewhat personal situation there, where the Eclipse guy had his brother killed. The Blood Pack leader, has fought him, personally. But, you have a personal sob story of your own?
Why do you hate him so much?
He went after Tarek, at his home. Almost got him. Tarek's been on edge ever since, and he's making my life a living hell. Second guesses every damn thing I do. Getting the other merc bands to help us shows you just how desperate he is. They're as bad as Archangel.
Okay. That sounds like everything we can learn from you.
We better get going.
Good idea. Make sure you check in with Kafka.
Okay, so we got a few Paragon points there. We can check in with Kafka. That is the thing that will eventually... Okay, amps, by the way, in case you were looking for the place to purchase those amps. That is, once upon a time, perhaps the place to do so. Not anymore, though. Okay, so, Kafka is... Yeah, he's still Kafka's assistant. I don't know. I don't think we're seeing Kafka himself. But, shooting at Miranda here? Archangel? Not cool, man. Not cool, bro. Trying to shoot at us, but he's missing, seemingly. Shooting over our head. Come on. Hit him with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. You got nothing. Okay, you did get us. Maybe he does have something. On second thought, let's carry on over in this direction. So we could read up on the additional organizations here. Let's see.
Following the first contact
Cerberus.
war,
Firstly, I
an
suppose.
anonymous extranet manifesto warned that an alien attempt at human genocide was inevitable. The manifesto called for an army, a Cerberus, to guard against invasion through the Charon Relay. Derided as survivalist rhetoric written by an elusive man, the manifesto and its anonymous author soon fell off the media radar. But in 2165, terrorists stole antimatter from the SSV Geneva. The sole figure arrested named his sponsor Cerberus. Throughout the 2160s and 2170s, alleged Cerberus agents assassinated politicians, sabotaged starships bearing EZO, and conducted nightmarish experiments on aliens and humans. Denounced as human supremacist, Cerberus calls itself human survivalist. Counter-terror experts speculate Cerberus may have changed leadership with its recent shift to stockpiling ships, agents, and weapons. Whether he, she, or they, the elusive man hides his finances hidden behind shell companies. Few doubt he will kill anyone attempting to expose him.
Okay, so of course, my intention here is to read up more on specifically the Blue Suns, Eclipse, and the Blood Pact. But, of course, good to hear more about our employer. And, so, yeah, you know, we've heard a fair bit about this. Cerberus being, you know, not the most savory of groups. I feel like we might have even opened up this entry previously, but I'm a little bit surprised that I don't think it said this was new. Or I think it did say it was new, rather, when we first opened this up. I know it doesn't say the Elusive Man entry is the moment, but I think I kind of, like, quickly scrambled over to, check that out when I saw it was Cerberus first, rather than the, mercenaries. But, let's read up on him as well.
Tycoon calling himself the Elusive Man is a human nationalist focused on advancing human interests, whatever the cost to non-humans. The Citadel Council regards him as a fanatic, posing a serious threat to galactic security. A mysterious maverick, to say the least, the Elusive Man heads the Cerberus network. Dubbed the Elusive Empire by investigators, Cerberus is an allegedly untraceable syndicate of private intelligence agencies, biotics laboratories, engineering and scientific research teams, and lucrative front companies. Branded a terrorist and seditionist organization by authorities, Cerberus is the only human power base other than the Terra Firma Party, strong enough to embarrass, if not threaten, the Council and its human representatives.
Okay, so it's, you know, a human splinter group that perhaps started small, but does seem to have become quite powerful as of late. I mean, as we've seen, the Elusive Man has been able to throw a whole bunch of money and resources our way to help increase our chances of success. And, well, okay. I suppose interesting to hear a little bit more about how the Elusive Man kinda, sorta, came into power. But the main reason why I was starting to look at this stuff is to read up more on the Blue Suns, Eclipse, and Blood Pact, because of course those are the people that we are going to be fighting with, kinda, sorta, but eventually probably against.
Founded by notorious Batarian slaver Solum Dalsera, the Blue Suns began
And
as a
Zaid.
Skillian Verge protection racket, providing genuine protection from slavers and pirates. Eventually captured by the Systems Alliance Navy, Dalsera beat almost 24 charges to be convicted on a single count of conspiracy. The slaver benefited from the tutelage of cellmate and brilliant con artist Bernard Legit's Ledger. Upon release 5 years later, Dalsera incorporated Blue Suns as a legal security agency. Today, the Blue Suns boast a galaxy-wide force of Batarians, Turians, humans, and Krogan. Each deployment is backed by a logistics corps, selling everything from heavy weapons to shaving cream. Despite claims that Blue Suns sells its captives as slaves, no Blue Suns employee has ever been convicted on such charges. Many Blue Suns members sport the company logo in tattoo form, removed during assignments and reapplied at mission end.
Huh. That's, I mean, that's commitment, I suppose, but that is rather inconvenient to have to do that all the time so that people don't know that you're a member of the Blue Suns. Also, quick mention to Cerberus, the whole fact that apparently there are front organizations that are funding Cerberus. think we talked about this previously, how we asked ourselves the question, how on earth did Cerberus even get all the money to do all the things they're doing, like remaking the Normandy, bringing Shepard back to life, and all these other things, like paying for us to recruit many, if not all, of our teammates here? Because bear in mind, yeah, the Elusive Man is doing that. So, in theory, the way in which they're doing that is by having these businesses, these front businesses that may appear initially to just be your typical third-party owned businesses, but in truth are actually used to funnel credits towards Cerberus, are actually owned by Cerberus, just people don't really know that because they're keeping that part secret. And does beg the question, are there any companies that we have learned about thus far? Because we have actually learned about several companies, certainly at least in Mass Effect 1, that could be the ones that are funding Cerberus, and there's a case to be made that Exogeny, the company that we encountered on Theros in Mass Effect 1, place where we ran into the Thorian and the Thorian Creepers and the people that became enthralled by the Thorian, that may have been a Cerberus company, because they did have some connections to Cerberus. We learned about a secret Cerberus facility when we went to Exogeny, or when we went to the Exogeny facility. So, that's a non-zero possibility. Little fun fact for you, but that's more on the Blue Suns as well. So they got their money from buying, selling weapons, and even commodities, as well as doing security stuff, and potentially selling slaves, even if no one's ever caught them doing it.
Brainchild of Asari Commando Jonas Sedaris, Eclipse was incorporated as a proactive security company. Influenced by Asari and Solarian military
Proactive
doctrine,
security.
Eclipse specializes in
Interesting
sabotage,
thought.
assassination, and personal and organizational security. Although Citadel governments regard the corporation with suspicion, it's embraced in the Skillian Verge and Terminus systems. Early on, Sedaris sought government contracts to establish market share against the better established Blue Suns. Her agency scored a galactic PR coup by retaking several space stations captured by the Anher People's Liberation Army and neutralizing its leaders. A victory Eclipse's marketing department never ceases trumpeting. Based on Omega Station, Eclipse controls nearly 20% of the asteroid's real estate. Its services range from mech repair to open warfare, although assassination is reserved for meeting wider, longer-term company goals. For instance, preemptive strikes against pirates, rather than murdering spouses for insurance money. Despite numerous reports, Eclipse denies sabotaging or kidnapping business rivals.
Okay, so Eclipse, in some ways, I think we might have heard about mechs a little bit for Blue Suns. Also, we heard Blue Suns mention Krogan, though I don't think we've ever seen a Krogan Blue Suns member. Whereas Eclipse, more biotically and tech-inclined than the others. Then Blood Pack.
Originally a small Terminus Systems Vorcha gang, the Blood Pack was transformed into a legion by visionary Krogan battlemaster Gunnar Rang. Exiled for striking a female in anger, Rang obsessed over reclaiming his lost status. Leading the Vorcha Pack as a pirate crew, Rang cultivated recruits and infamy for a decade before incorporating his fighters as a security company across the Skillian Verge. His notoriety ensured his initial public offering for investors made him rich beyond most Krogan's dreams. Rang returned triumphantly to his clan, rallying elders, Krogan hordes, and their firepower and biotic support toward professional violence in the Terminus systems. Banned from Citadel space, the Blood Pack bribes its way through spaceports into armed conflicts across the galaxy. Priding themselves for accepting otherwise untouchable contracts, the Blood Pack rejects bodyguarding and security in favor of cases requiring minimal oversight and maximal violence.
Yeah, so the Blood Pack, you know, maybe the least, the other ones, the Eclipse and Blue Suns, had some grounds as being legitimate, trustworthy organizations that ran some businesses, buying and selling weapons and commodities and repairing mechs that, you know, people could very reasonably need to have happen in a fairly legal way. Whereas Blood Pack is like, no, who cares about subtlety? You know, we're just gonna, you know, basically go all-out violence, and doesn't matter how messy our business is. We're gonna shoot a bunch of people. We're gonna punch a bunch of people in the face, and at the end of the day, if the people we're supposed to take out are taken out, job's done. No problem. So perhaps that's why they have been banned, whereas it seems like in Citadel Space, whereas the other groups have just been, in some cases, shunned or suspected, but never actually proven to have done bad things. So anyways, that's a little bit more on all the groups we've been talking about and meeting up with, and we'll be fighting with, it seems.